The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
This man needs medical attention.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
WWBD.
That's a good intro to What Would Brady Do? Cowboys from Hell.
Yeah.
Since Brady's a demon now, wishing strokes on folks, and we all learned it last week. It's time now for What Would Brady Do? The most moral man, at least in this room, used to be in all of Phoenix, but I'm not so sure anymore.
No way.
You always say that, but that's what a moral guy would say. So now you've earned your spot back. It is brought to you by our friends at M&P Guns over there on 12th Street in Indian School. All your gun needs. Their new store is about ready to open them doors, and it is a glorious new building they've put up, and it is going to handle the massive amount of business they've been doing with ammo and guns and all the stuff like that. This is a very popular town for weaponry, and they've got all your answers. You got questions, you got needs, they've got it. M&P Guns, 12th Street and Indian School, for everything you've ever need. That goes boom. Safety, everything. And they're also certified to build the AR-15 guns and everything else, work on them. So you guys need help. They're the ones. M&P Guns, we thank you for bringing What Would Brady to all of us. You ready, Brady?
Ready.
We'll start with a follow-up. Remember the guy last week that said he was in a marriage and he didn't know how to get back on the horse, and he wasn't sure. I don't remember the details, but he was like, I can't figure out how to get laid again, and I need to do something. We suggested slump busting. Get yourself on a hog, ride, just get it out of your system, take a couple of swings in the 50-mile-an-hour batting cage, knock those out, and then move up. Now you're starting to feel confident again. You got the bat on the ball. It's basically all you're looking to do. A little softball.
Yep.
And then you go back in there and you start facing the heaters. Well, he followed up. He said, John, after a 13-year marriage, again, single, never thought I'd get over. Over the last week, I've become a man whore. It happened. It's fun. God, it's fun. But none of these women are into what I like. All kind of church girls, missionary only. No mouth hugs. I like to have fun. Because Brady did mention you should try going to meet ladies. Remember that?
Yeah.
Phew. I like to have fun. Love the kinky end of things. Toys, BDSM. Still want to send them to church. I need a playful girl. I'm back. I'm new to dating again. How does daddy find a baby girl nowadays? I need to play how I like. Brady, any advice would be helpful.
Well, this guy is unbelievable. Griping the week before that I can't get in, no confidence. We said, just stick with it. It'll happen. Now you're getting it, and now I'm not happy with
he wants
this.
to step it up a notch.
Yeah.
Just contact Joel R. from AT&T.
That's it. Yeah, Joel's got photos for you up there at the Scottsdale AT&T if you're interested. Yeah, this guy's like the emerald of sex. He's just constantly looking at it. Bam, bam, bam. He's throwing salt on everything. Yeah. You went from 0 to 60.
Let me ask you this. No sex or missionary?
Me?
Yeah.
Are you asking me right now?
Well, anyone.
All right, sure. Let's go.
No, but I'm
I misunderstood.
Got a choice.
You don't
want to have sex anymore, or
she's going to lay there and take it?
It's missionary as a position.
That's the only thing she'll do? I'll take no sex. I don't want.
Dumb.
No, I'm not. I don't want somebody. Look, I'd rather just jerk it and imagine things than have this pile of dough lay there and go, nope, I don't move.
That's
I'm not rolling
saying she's
over.
not moving.
I'm not talking about moving during. I'm like, I want to switch it up. You got to want to switch it up.
That's different altogether. No sex or dead fish. Now,
well, if she's got rules, she's got rules that says this is the only position I'm in, she's a dead fish. Period. I don't care if she's wriggling around like she's being electrocuted. I'm going to want to spin that. Sometimes I'm going to want to shove that up against a window or something, right? You don't want to stay in the same spot the whole way.
So he's only getting missionary. That's it?
That's what he says.
No
They're boring.
Reverse cowgirl or anything like that?
No oral. None of the reverse cowgirl.
But he's 1 week into it, right? Or 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've already found a girl, she's a drag. That's a boring.
Then you find a different one.
You got to go get another.
And the guy's going
right. But you see, you can keep
volume.
Look, you got your bat on the ball. It's volume, but there are if you've got a girl that is that uptight, I'd rather have no sex too. I'd rather go drought than have well, this is really all. I don't like my hands involved, and let's keep it clean. All right, never mind.
Then you find a new broad.
You get another broad.
Right.
Yeah, you just get rid of her, and you go no sex until you find what you want. Yeah.
And I'll tell you, for most women, I think that they're not going in blazing right off the bat.
Oh, they're putting on a show the first few times.
Well, no, I'm not.
Maybe not with
you.
You.
Careful, because if they're looking one thing, maybe you could try another app that's just nothing but what he's looking for.
I think you need to try another ass.
Yeah, yeah. If a woman is not putting her best foot forward the first time, you're in for a world of hurt when she pulls back.
I think I know.
Well, no, I'm talking about not the best foot forward. It's putting the best foot forward, but all of a sudden, if she's like, I want to do, I want to put you in a ball gag and all that, might be a little heavy right off the bat, especially if the guy doesn't know what he's getting into.
I think she doesn't want to come off looking like a whore on the first time.
Majority women are that way.
Right. Because you don't look like a whore at all, laying on your back with your legs wide open.
Yep,
that's where you keep some of that pristine virtue. It's like, I'm not a whore. You can enter me this way, but only this way. Come on. She's going to have sex. It's time to stay. Don't put rules on that because you're trying to keep your virtuous reputation intact.
I'm not saying you probably know maybe a little more
right.
going in as the night would go throughout, but
if there's like the first time through, you get the whole excitement of what's going to happen. It's probably not going to be great because you don't know each other that well, but you're going to try.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you got to start wrap somebody up in barbed wire and go crazy, but you do put out a fight like you want to do it. Otherwise, she's just laying. She's like, I only do missionary. I'm not into oral. I mean, it's your fault for continuing that. That's a drag. She's terrible.
Well, I've never gone over it that way. I mean, not that I've been in the dating scene in a long time, but I don't remember evaluating, look, it's missionary only tonight. And
if anybody ever did that, it's like roll over. No, just this one. All right, we're done here. Because eventually you're just going to get mad at me for thinking we're done here.
I'd keep tapping until I find something new.
Yeah.
The hell.
The second I hear,
once you
my
find
mouth's
out,
off limits.
It's called getting to know the person a little bit better.
And I know the person.
I mean, you can grow into it.
Brady, please. I know the person well enough the second she's like, I don't use my mouth.
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. You're one of those.
You don't want to see if she'll...
I want somebody who's not so uptight that they're like, I have to have these rules for... that's enough. That activity is a rule-free zone. Let me know, too. Is it going to be a bloodbath? And have you taken a shower today? That's about it. Did you drink Metamucil last night? Yeah. All right, we're all cleaned up? Yeah. Everything's in play? You prepared for the date 24 hours in advance with a nice glass of Metamucil, a good morning release, and that tube enema thing, clean that thing out, little bidet, you're ready for the night. I don't need that whole...
salad time.
My mouth is precious and I'm not going to use it. No, you're not at all. Other than to say goodbye. The guy would say that to you. I don't like to touch a woman. I'll only do this.
Put a sheet over
What a lame date. Yeah, I'd rather go no sex than a girl that's got parameters on everything right off the bat. She won't even roll over. You would too. She kept telling me, don't. The worst words in the world, don't. All right. I'll put the blowtorch down.
You want to create a value. Sometimes the girls feel that way.
Well, you're already devaluing yourself. Yeah. If you're having sex with a guy, you're
that's
devaluing.
Why they said, not having sex on the first date or whatever. There's a design behind that.
Shut your mouth. Right. And you can do that. But if you're going to have sex on any date, you don't sit back and say, but I'm putting loads of restrictions on it. If you're going to do it, you have to be open to the idea. Not to say that you got to do everything, but you have to at least be a little less prude than...
be all in.
Well, be all in. Just don't go, well, this is enough.
Just say
this keeps me virtuous. I'll just lay here and you do what you do. Oh, come on.
I'll just say that, if it was good chemistry on your first outing, even though it was missionary or whatever, but you had good chemistry, it might be worthwhile to revisit or to go out again, you base it on one date.
Right.
A lot of times you can figure out, like, it's not working.
It is even on a date. It's on the first sexual experience.
Hook up.
She decides to hook up with you and tell you, I'm going to put these rules because I want you to respect me. I'd respect you more if you just knew you're being a whore in the first place and you're acting like this is some sort of religious event.
I'm sorry I can't do that tonight. You see, I had a clam chowder and a bread bowl. So
I respect that. I respect that.
That's communicating.
Thanks for keeping my sheets clean. The bread bowl clam chowder thing gets me every time. You're going to shake that thing up. I'm going to need to do some running. I respect that. You don't have to do it with me. I respect somebody that says, I'm not ready yet. Because when you are, pulling your pants off and giving me rules immediately makes you a lunatic. Here are the rules as I pull my pants off. Only one virtuous position. All right, slut. Let's calm down here. Your pants are off. I know, but I want to keep it clay. Then put your pants back on. I know, I just wanted you to respect me. I'd have respected you more if you played the role of whore better. Your pants fell off, and you're telling me, okay, you can't look at my knees. Like, quit it.
You want to be an actress or not?
Right. Do you want this role or not? You wouldn't like that either. I know my pants are off right now, but here are the rules. All right, forget it. You're going to break down a list of rules like you're an NFL referee while your pants are off? There's no rules with the pants off. You can start doing something and tell me no. But, come on. And this dude, you're right. Brett's right. You just need to go find another girl. Ridiculous. You lump of nothing laying there. I don't use my mouth unless I love the man. Well, I love you then.
We're not a match.
Then I'm so head over heels in love with you.
You don't love me then.
Clearly. But you'll take your pants off because you've got all these morals. You can end, but only in my morality. Stop it. You're being a slut.
She'll find her, man.
I don't even know your middle name, and you're effing me. Don't act like this is something special. Put your pants back on. Have some pride. Dear Brady, have you ever go, I took my pants off and he wanted to do everything. Well, your pants were off. I couldn't believe it. He didn't follow any of my rules when my pants came off. You opened that door. Dear Brady, my girlfriend's ex-husband still has naked photos of her. The reason I know this is because he's showing a mutual friend a bunch of them on the reg. In fact, it's something evidently he does at work a lot. What would Brady do in this situation? Street justice? Lawsuit? These are graphic images my girlfriend has just destroyed, Manny.
He's got to get rid of those photos.
He doesn't have them. The other guy does.
Oh, the other guy does.
The ex.
He's
the new guy.
I think you can. There might be some legal actions that you can do.
As long as he's not sending them. Because that's that porn
he can
law.
show them on his phone all he wants, right?
Sure. Possession's 9/10.
Part of the deal with taking photos.
Yeah. It's the risk your girlfriend took when she
Knock it off, you.
Yeah, virtuous beaver shots and then got mad when they broke up. Like,
yeah.
We're going back to that pants off
the
thing.
The minute he makes it public.
Right. If he sends
now
them,
you got something.
Then it's revenge porn or
yeah,
whatever.
It's revenge porn. If you can prove he's sending that stuff, you got something.
Yeah.
But if he's just like, take a look at this. As long as he didn't get them illegally, as long as he didn't break into your computer and steal them, and you can prove that too. But yeah, I think you got to live with that. She did a whore photo shoot, and now she's regretting it.
And my mom shut 5 or 6 guys down before my dad.
Is that right?
They're showing pictures of her.
Do they have cave drawings of your mother?
Yeah, sketches. A lot of sketches.
She had some walls and caves erased. Where dudes were pointing out, there's money.
The Geico cave.
There's that Bunny Bogan. Tom, they're showing my cave pictures again. Your mom shut a guy down. Stop it. When'd you get involved with that? Yeah, and that's a lesson again, ladies. When your pants are off and you're posing in front of things, that can haunt you later. That's why you always have to do the no head shot. If you're going to do nakeds, no faces. No tattoos, no faces. It's just like crimes. You don't want your face or tattoos to show.
Or you figure out some way to Paris Hilton or Kim Kardashian that.
Or turn it into a money machine.
Yeah.
Yep. Make it your career. But you can't be upset about it. It's your ex-husband. He's got intimate knowledge of that whole thing, and now he's got some evidence. Oh, the whole next generation's going to just get the whole time. It's probably better that way. Wait, that was last. You're going to like this one, Brady. Dear Brady, my wife and her son are very, very close. He's 13, about to be 14. They have a tradition of a mommy-son nap every Saturday afternoon. If they miss it, they'll pick a day of the week to lay on the couch and watch TV together. It used to be sort of strange, but also sweet when he was little. But over this summer, he had a growth spurt. The kid's almost 6 feet tall. He's hairy. I walked in on Saturday's nap, and he was holding her in sort of a spoon-like position. His leg was over her hips. How in the world do I, as the stepdad, end this? He'll be 14, like I said, in a couple weeks. I know he gets boners. She cried when I told her this has to end. She said, my baby can't grow up. I have to be with him. It's our tradition. You're the weirdo. You are made sexual. What would you do, Kevin?
I would do exactly what Kevin did. Talk about him like there's a point in time maybe.
Got to quit grinding with your boy.
Nap time we've grown out of that.
Ugh. You imagine laying with your mom in the
even if it is
position now?
I don't know.
No.
Even if it is innocent,
it's
just still.
You can't nap with your mom after like 8. What's the cutoff?
Because you're not going to help.
8?
You're not going to help him too because he's at that age where he's
disaster.
I'd say 8's about right.
8's about right.
There's the single mom thing where you turn. He's going to be a mama's boy.
It's going to be a basket case. This is like what serial killers deal with. You're too close with mommy, and then when that relationship breaks up, he's going to take it out on women.
Kevin, say 2 more years of this. Tell her this. 2 more years of this. You're looking at your kid making a skin dress.
Oh, yeah. No, because you've watched Silence of the Lambs ago. You know you're raising that one, right? She's a great big fat person. Yeah, that is creepy, especially if he's bigger than her. Like my mom would lay next to me when I was sick up until I was probably 12.
But you weren't spooning either.
No.
Yeah.
Like she'd lay down next to me to make sure I was okay. Like maybe my head was in her lap. Like when I remember being really sick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like I had a flu or something. And she would just
taking care of you.
Just rub when I had hair. She would rub my hair and just make sure I was okay. But yeah, she didn't like lay with me or.
And I know it's tough for sometimes they don't want their kids to grow up, but this one is you're trying to have another relationship.
Well, it was like with you and Kirby when we were trying to get her to stop sleeping on the floor in your bedroom.
Yeah,
she was like 12. That was way too late.
No.
Yeah, huh?
No.
Oh yeah, it was lasting way too long. It was a lot.
9.
No, 9. We had this conversation less than 2 years ago. She makes nests.
She's 13.
Right. 2 years ago she was 11. And we were putting an end to it.
9.
We'll go back to the last time when we made your foot down. You're like, okay. And then we talked to you. Well, she did make a nest last night. And when you'd go to work, she'd climb in bed, and we all thought it was weird. That was much later than 9.
Did you put your foot down?
Well, she eventually, no, she just eventually was uncomfortable on the floor. She'd still be there. If Kirby wants it, Kirby gets it. They made beds for her on the floor.
Watching TV, too, is the other thing. Back to this story. With the son, whenever you're watching TV and I don't know, you're snuggling with your mom. I don't know.
Snuggling with your mom.
Just
that's the word.
No tongue.
There's
that's
the problem.
Only,
no, that's just wrong. Snuggling with your mom's the phrase. Yeah, as the stepdad, though, you just have to. And I would start telling him, get off my wife, weirdo. That's over.
Yeah.
You're a grown man now. You're 14. You're furry. We don't nap with mommy anymore. That's creepy. Don't be a creep. And if you start sobbing and whatever, the damage is already done.
You can't take my nap
right,
away.
You're in trouble. So it's actually a good idea to be the stepdad in this one and wander over and go, hey, you're not napping with my wife anymore. You start acting like a grown-up. I'm puking in my mouth as I say that. Hey, young man, don't nap with my wife anymore. That's your mother.
Sounds like the bad beginning of a Pornhub video or something.
I spent the majority
a good one
of my days 12 to 15. I was hard as a rock almost all the time. I had to avoid my mom in the kitchen, let alone like try to be on the same couch with her. I couldn't not have boners. I was a boner. Imagine laying down with your mother. I was out of control with this thing. I'd wake up with one and be like, oh, God, it's hitting her. It's hitting her.
John, could you just scoot over a little bit? That's kind of stabbing my back.
Sorry. We shouldn't be doing this.
The fear of class in the morning. Don't call me up to solve the math problem.
Oh, no. There was no. It was constant. Or worried when I didn't have a boner that it was never coming back.
They're all laughing at you.
Oh, God. I'm just thinking of me at 14. Just
knock off the naps.
Betting my mom.
Next topic,
yeah,
please.
no kidding. Dear Brady, my friend just joined an international dating service. He's killing it. So I joined. And I immediately connected with a girl from Argentina. Now, my friend told me about this and said the appeal is the dating because you go to like a different location. We both agreed to go to Mexico City, and it's getting closer. I'm getting nervous. 7 days, Mexico City. Talk me down or into following through. She's refusing to send me naked pictures. We have talked dirty. We do the mutual thing on the phone. I think she filters a lot of her pictures, too. I don't know what I'm getting into, sort of, but I kind of do. She talks really dirty. It is sex is going to occur. I don't know what to do next. Ugh, Steven.
I'm not doing it.
You wouldn't go?
No.
Why?
Because I'll wake up with down a kidney, maybe a liver, half a liver. It grows back. That's the good news on that one.
I think the same thing. She's going to steal an organ.
The last thing I want is some foreign girl talking dirty and trying to, lure you over.
Would you do it in a
totally
safer
not
location?
In control of it. Yeah.
Like Mexico City is my problem is going to Mexico.
Right.
Would you do it in
Let alone
meet her in Tucson?
It's the same thing.
That is true. You're right. What am I talking about?
Close.
I'd rather go to Mexico City. Right. Tucson's worse. What about like she flies up to San Diego?
Yeah. At least you can find out. Okay, where are you staying? Because.
But you got a few days off. I would meet her in the States.
And what about his buddy? How much did his buddy do this?
I've talked to a guy who does this, and he's killing it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've never talked to anyone that I flew down.
That's
to
where
Mexico
that's
City.
this doing. He met in Florida.
I know one that went over to Russia.
Yeah, for the brides thing, but that's hired in. This is like Tinder, and the two of you connect, and then you agree to meet somewhere internationally.
I just know there's if you go over there, one credit card that has a $500 limit,
brand new credit card. That doesn't tie to anything, and you're going to cut it up when it's over.
Yeah, like a prepaid.
Prepaid, thing, get it.
But if that gets knocked off,
Traveler's
make sure
checks.
2 or 3 people know you're doing this.
Take a friend.
Maybe chip yourself so they can GPS locate. At least find the leg that's left.
Yeah, have a buddy. Have a buddy. Now, she's taking an equal risk, which makes me think that's why she wants to do it, is she's got somebody that's going to do the murdering for her. Look up Brandy Lynn Hungerford. Those words right there should be
Rob Chance or whatever his name was.
Rick Chance.
Rich Chance, yeah.
Brandy Lynn Hungerford was a part-time
and they
prostitute.
were talking. You don't know for sure if who knows if you're actually talking to this girl too.
That's a good point. FaceTime.
I mean, I've seen
you can FaceTime. That's a pretty good one now.
The catfish deal.
But if you haven't FaceTimed, if you haven't had the situation where you're back and forth, yeah, I'm with you. Like if she won't do pictures or video live, timestamp it or something. Or FaceTime's the easiest way now to get around the catfish. If somebody's not willing to do that, it's not worth it.
I told you my one friend, this is back in the day when you didn't even have, the only communication was letters, basically. And they could...
they had phones, probably.
They had phones.
Not
he
cell
would talk, but it was a girl in Germany.
Yeah.
And they became pen pals for a year, and then he's like, I'm flying over there. Yeah. And
How'd that work?
she was in a cult.
No kidding.
They tried to get him in the cult when they first went out together. He's in town. He thought, her friends are there. Well, him being there. But they said, we have to be with you every activity you're doing. They go out to dinner. There would be 1 or 2 people. Yeah. And it was just, yeah. And then he finally meets this is the leader of the church that I'm in. He's like, they're all out to dinner. There's like
he went to multiple events after he saw that this was.
Well, he was there for a week visiting,
and he stuck it out with the same chick. The first day, you just don't go back.
Your pen pal for a year,
right? But then she introduces you to her cult.
He didn't know it right off the bat. He thought this was just friends, and
how many?
What do you do? Go to Jonestown or something?
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
No, it was
If the girl brings
Germantown.
more than 3 friends to the date, it's a cult.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Well,
yeah, I'm not doing that.
They said, yeah, they had to have a chaperone.
No kidding. I'm fine with a chaperone. I get that. I'd understand that.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I like witnesses.
But then as it got in, all of a sudden, there's more people in the mix, and then meets the leader, and it was Jim Jones.
Jammed out of there. That's creepy. I don't know that I could do the international thing either. That would be horrifying, but who knows?
There's John Vella.
Was that Vella? I didn't even notice him. Hi, Vella.
Yeah.
Vella wandered in. He'd internationally date you. If by internationally, you Sholo to Mesa. Somewhere between Payson and Globe. Whatever it gets you there. Wow. Yeah, all right. Well, good luck with it. I know a guy who's doing the international dating thing. And his buddy's getting married. And he's like, I'm all in. And his last 2 dates were in Florida and I think Cancun.
That helped, though, because he had a buddy that did it.
Got a guy who's doing it.
Yeah.
But you're still. And I also had my friend Ronson. This is the best story ever. You love this. Ronson and his brother worked with me at Tony Roma's. And his brother and him were tired of the dating scene way before they should have been. They were like both 20. In fact, here's a quick story about Ronson with his girlfriend. He didn't understand at age 17, and when I was managing Tony Roma's, I took a lot of busboys under my wing. He didn't understand the whole, what do you do to a woman down there thing. So I told him, I'm like, well, here's what you got to do. And I gave him some tips on what to do with your mouth on a lady down south. And he comes back and he goes, well, I tried it. I'm like, how'd it go? And he goes, not good. I'm like, what happened? He goes, oh, I did it. And then I couldn't take it, and I ran into the bathroom and started brushing my teeth. She was really upset. And I'm like, well, why in the world did that? And he goes, oh, it was terrible. And the smell and the taste was just awful. And I'm like, well, what'd you guys do? And he goes, well, we went out to breakfast, and then we hiked Camelback Mountain, and then we went back to her house, and we started to do it. And I'm like, wait a minute. You hiked Camelback Mountain, and then you tried to do oral for the first time in your life? I'm like, yeah, that's scarring. That's the worst idea ever. He's also the kid that wanted to know what sex felt like, so he rolled up a sleeping bag real tight, squirted lotion in it, and put a hairdryer on the other side, and then jammed it in there and trying to warm it up. And then he put his pee-pee in there, and it started to get torched by the hairdryer.
Melted!
Well, no, not only that, it was heating up the lotion in the sleeping bag so much that it was burning, and he didn't realize he was hitting the edge of the old Max Flow, and it was just grilling the end of his wiener.
Yeah.
And he was just like, it hurts. I'm like, why, you idiot?
Oh.
So anyway, his brother and him are like, we're having bad times. His brother orders up a mail order, Asian bride. She shows up.
So he's going all in. He's married.
He's 18 or 19 years old.
Oh, my God.
She shows up. He's still living at home. The dad's there. The mom's there. They're like, this is great. They hit it off. Great. She's mowing the grass. She's doing laundry. She's cooking. She's doing everything you could ever imagine. Ronson sees this. He's like,
gotta get one.
Orders him one. After 90 days, this chick disappears. Gonzo. She got all the paperwork she needed after the 90 days, and he paid $10,000 to get her over.
Yep.
She leaves. Ronson's got one in the air. She's on her way. So they got scammed 2 times. He goes, yeah, but for 6 months we had like a live-in maid we could have sex with and everything. I was like, my God. They ran some scam on him, flew him over here, got some paperwork taken care of, threw the marriage together, and then disappeared. Gone. So be careful with that international thing. And also, if you can't find a lady in and amongst the 350 million people in this nation, you really need to look in the mirror and figure out what you're doing wrong. If you're pretty much like, I've exhausted all my opportunities in America, it's sad. I'm going to start bouncing overseas and take my chances. Put my line in another pond. Not seem to be working out here in this city of 4 million for me.
They're all the same,
That
man.
doesn't seem to work out for me. None of them like me.
Missionary only, man.
You can send some desperate girl in South America. Well, good luck to all of you. Dating stinks, right? And if you're a lady just laying on your back because it's the right thing to do, you're still being a slut. Just pick it up a notch. It's 9:36. That, my friends, is what Brady did. It's 98 KUPD. Well done.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell?
98.
I'm not cool with this at all.
WWBD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.